Well, hello everyone and welcome to the season finale of Rising Ninja Warrior's 6th tournament. The remaining competitors are set to tackle the second stage and beyond. As we take a look at the leaderboard, including Andrastical claiming the fastest time on stage 1, followed by Yizan1, Nebula Deception, and the remaining 16 challengers left in the competition, rounded out by Robotic Pie, Fanny Bear, and Jackson Chidgamer with the closest call in Stage 1 history, just 0.01 seconds left. With all that being said, it is just about time to head down to the second stage as we are prepped and ready for the Season 6 finale of Rising Ninja Warrior. The second stage marks a milestone in the books for many of our competitors, but the course gives no time to celebrate as the ultimate test of speed and endurance begins on the downhill jump. Lock in with precision immediately to avoid an immediate error on this obstacle. It can be deadly coming into the second stage. Next is the sidestep, consisting of 3 toppling pedestals that must be traversed while avoiding the hanging barriers. Orbital shift is a brand new obstacle that requires great balance, as competitors must maneuver the wobbling discs to safety. The double salmon ladder is a modified version of the obstacle returning from Tournament 3, now containing 2 sections separated by a transfer across. The double twister makes its first appearance in the competition, at long last testing the urgency and patience of competitors. Lastly, the caber logs are a pure test of nerves. Lift the 3 differently shaped logs to cross the bridge between platforms, building your own road to the buzzer. Stage 2 must be completed within 80 seconds, and those who can do so will advance onwards to the 3rd stage. So without further ado, let's go down to the course to begin the second stage. Well, we begin the second stage with number 29, Hawksfan 2016. Cleared stage 1 with 3.45 seconds left. Just his second time on the course, but already his first appearance on stage 2. And Hawksfan makes quick work of the downhill jump, and now for sidestep. To give us our first look at this obstacle, gotta have perfect timing on these jumps, and Hawksfan was a little bit late on that jump. Gotta have perfect reaction time there, and Hawksfan, his great run this tournament comes to an end on the second obstacle. Well, here comes the Tomato Man himself, Takakun 555. His first time reaching the second stage. He's got high hopes, clearing with 2.45 left on stage 1. Also his second tournament competing on the competition. We'll see how he can do. Just saw Hawksfan go down on the sidestep, and Takakun will get a bit of a chance to avenge him here. See if he can solve this second obstacle. And he's got that first jump, and Takakun has got it smoothly, and he's through. And now for orbital shift. Gotta keep your balance. You see it go wild, and Takakun looked like he just undershot the jump to that second disc. Speed kills as Takakun goes down on just the 3rd obstacle. Well, you see he's going very quickly, gets a low jump off that first disc and just undershoots. And that's how quickly it can end on stage 2. Well, here's the first rookie this season to make it to the second stage, Researcher Space Token, having a incredible first time around on the competition. How far can they go? Keep this great run alive. Researcher, a bit of an odd start on downhill jump and some close calls on the first obstacle, but gets through, and now onto the sidestep. Another close call. Researcher able to get through, but not the prettiest through the first two obstacles. Now for orbital shift and a much cleaner run through that third obstacle. And now for the double salmon ladder. Researcher gotta make great time of this obstacle. And this is a impeccable strategy. And right up, perfectly done by Researcher. And now for the double twister. You gotta have great urgency, but a lot of patience on this obstacle. Can't go too slow, can't go too fast. You see it spinning wildly, but Researcher with a great save. Now just needs the dismount as Researcher building the swing. Gonna go for it and just barely got it. Researcher onto the final obstacle with under 20 seconds. Gotta flip these logs quickly. He has got it down, just one more to go. It is a race against the clock. The klaxon gonna start sounding. Researcher, can he get there in time? A race to the buzzer, and he has got it. The magical run for Researcher Space Token continues as he will be advancing to the third stage as a rookie. First time clearing the second stage and his first time reaching the second stage, and we have our first clear. Well, for our next competitor, gotta be a relief being able to get to the second stage after going down on the final jump of stage 1 last season. Got some redemption, and now a chance at stage 2 is Light V! The first jump of stage 2 this time around. Cannot catch a break. And you see the downhill jump can be brutal. Mention there's no time to celebrate getting to stage 2. That is exactly why. Just one error. Well, our next competitor, no stranger to stage 2 as they reached it back in season 4, is Jamie Dorino. Cleared stage 1 with over 3.5 seconds left. Their third time on the course, second time on the second stage. Is Jamie ready to tackle this course once again, and hopefully this time get to the third stage as they're gonna get through the first obstacle. And now for the sidestep. Jamie is seeing exactly how to do this obstacle and comes up short. An early jump, trying to get to that third pedestal. And you see the consequence of trying to go too quick, over anticipating that jump. Well, our next competitor, also no stranger to the second stage, also reaching in season 4. It is Robotic Pie, number 75. Went down on the lunatic ledges back in season 4. It is his second time on stage 2. The lunatic ledges now on stage 3, so if he wants to get revenge on that obstacle, gonna have to go a lot longer way to reach that point than just the second stage. And C-Bot, as he's more commonly known, through the first obstacle and now on to the sidestep. And C-Bot also goes down on the sidestep, and the opposite effect of Jamie, underestimating the timing on that, went way later than he should have, and he's down. Well, so far seems like the first timers on stage 2 having some more success, but Jackson Chid Gamer here by 0.01 seconds. Barely made it to the second stage, so he's got to take advantage of everything he gets here. Given a golden opportunity to make that close call count as Jackson through the first obstacle. Now for sidestep. This has been tricky so far. Can he solve this one? Jackson has got it smoothly, and now for orbital shift. Gotta be careful here. And Jackson with a perfect technique, and he's through now, halfway through the course, onto the double salmon ladder. Can he be as efficient as Researcher on this obstacle? Halfway up, going backwards on the transfer. A very interesting strategy, but it works out very well for him. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do it like that before. And Jackson making great time here on the double twister. Will he go for it right here? He'll take one more swing. He has the time. 30 seconds left. Now winding up for that dismount. Jackson, he'll take one more swing here, and oh, he's gonna go for another. Not great time on the double twister, but he's got just under 20 seconds left for the caber logs. It's gonna be another close call for Jackson. He's slow to lift that second log. Klaxon now sounding. Gotta go quickly on this last one. He feels that urgency. Going quickly. Jackson, can he get there? It's another close call, and he's done it again. Jackson, Chit Gamer, skating on thin ice to the third stage. And in his first time on stage 2, he is headed to stage 3, joining Researcher Space Token. What a great performance once again. Well, next up on stage 2, another rookie, just the second rookie on stage 2 so far, ToadFan99, had the 5th fastest time on stage 1, made great work with 8.29 left. See if he can transfer that speed over to the second stage. We've seen some close calls so far in terms of the time limit as ToadFan on the downhill jumping. What just happened? ToadFan just walked off the platform. He landed the drop and he walked right off. What are you doing? Well, next up, our 100th competitor is Cardis. His second time in the competition, his first time completing the first stage. In Season 3, his only other time competing went down on the first obstacle of Stage 1. So a much better result this time around, looking to see how far he can get. Just saw ToadFan make a wild error at the end of downhill jump, and he almost undershot the platform, but gets through and now onto the side step. And Cardis gets that first jump, and just early on that jump to the third pedestal, and he goes down. And 4 of the 7 competitors to reach the side step have gone down. Well, next up, one of the most experienced competitors in the competition, his 5th time competing, Nebula Deception. Always likes to make an entrance. At the 3rd fastest time on stage 1 with over 12 seconds left. He is known for going fast. Seems to always find the most unique way to fail, though. Last season it was walking off the trampoline on stage 1. So his need for speed seems to cost him every now and then. But Shadow, no problem through these first 2 obstacles. And now for the obstacle that he created, the orbital shift. And he is not going to go down on his own creation. And now for the double salmon ladder. Making great time so far. Shadow going right up. See if he takes Jackson's strategy. He will go with the normal technique. And he'll make quick work of the salmon ladder. Now for the double twister. Shadow with the fastest time to this point so far. Like, go for it here. He does easily. Makes that transfer. 30 seconds left on stage 2. Shadow gonna go for it here, and he's got it. Plenty of time for the caber logs. Just don't make an error here, and he should be good. Shadow making good work of these first 2 logs. Just 1 to go. Might be able to avoid the klaxon. Probably not. It will sound in just a moment. But he has no concern about the clock as Shadow claims the fastest time so far with 6.09 seconds, and he is going back to the 3rd stage. Now 2 for 2 in his career on stage 2, and what a performance. Well, here's another longtime veteran, not Bana. His 4th time on the course, but first time on stage 2, at the 4th fastest time on stage 1, just behind Shadow at 9.08 left. See what he can make of this opportunity here on the 2nd stage. As Bana onto the downhill jump, and he wildly undershot it. Hit the bottom of the rope. And the 2nd competitor to go down on the first jump of the stage, and the 3rd to fail the downhill jump. And Bana, another quick exit. That has got to be tough. Well, coming into the tournament, Yizan won, one of the most highly anticipated competitors. as he might be a rookie, but he does not lack obstacle course experience. You saw him with the second fastest time on stage 1, immediately making his mark in his first run. But he is ultra confident if he can get to stage 3 that he might be able to go all the way. Izan going backwards on the downhill jump. He is known for having interesting strategies on obstacles. Izan now for sidestep. Shouldn't be too much of a challenge for Izan! A guy who does wraparounds as much as anyone, but he goes down on the sidestep. Just goes to show anybody can go down anywhere on this second stage. Here comes another competitor like Izan, known more for their skill in the J-Toe community, but reached stage 3 back in season 2. That was the last time Coolio competed in the competition, with the 6th fastest time on stage 1. Another guy's ultra confident if he can get to stage 3 that he can take it down. And Coolio getting through the downhill jump, but just saw Izan go down on the sidestep. It has been a tricky obstacle all night long, but Coolio has no problem. And he is now onto orbital shift. Coolio, perfect technique, and now onto the double salmon ladder. Gotta beat the fastest time of 6.09 seconds if he wants to claim that bragging rights title. He goes backwards just like Jackson, but stumbles for a moment there trying to get to that third rung. And Coolio now onto the double twister. Coolio taking his time, winding up. He's got that first transfer now, just the dismount to go. 30 seconds left, on pace with Shadow for that fastest time. And he's got the dismount now onto the caber logs. Can he beat Shadow's time? Oh boy, Coolio is struggling. He's not going to beat Shadow's time. And now the question, can he get to the buzzer? He still can't get that log up. What is he doing? Coolio, he jumps off the course. How quickly did it all go wrong? Coolio with a disastrous strategy on the caber logs. Well, our next competitor is looking for more than just a clear. He is looking for redemption. Went down on the opening jump of stage 2 last season. It is DJ Dilly. He's been waiting over a year for another chance at the downhill jump. He cleared with 5.19 left on stage 1. And DJ, he will get his chance. Can he defeat the downhill jump? He's got the rope this time, and DJ Dilly, that has gotta feel good. Huge confidence boost. But now there's still 5 obstacles left. Can't let that get in his head, as he is through sidestep, now onto the orbital shift. DJ making good work of the third obstacle, and now onto the double salmon ladder with pretty good time so far. DJ making his way up the salmon ladder, slowing down for that transfer, but he's got it. And he is going to get up to the top, and now just 2 obstacles to go for DJ. The first of which, the double twister. Nobody's gone down on this obstacle so far tonight, but that does not mean it can't take you out. As DJ, 30 seconds left, gaining swing, trying to go for that dismount. DJ goes for it, and he got it. Just 1 obstacle left, but we saw Coolio with a disastrous technique on this obstacle. DJ, the much more common strategy, not quite as quick, but a lot less volatile. He's just got to get there in the next 10 seconds. DJ gets that third log, and DJ Dilly is going to the 3rd stage. What a tournament for DJ, as he is headed to stage 3 for the first time in his career. What a milestone for a competitor who failed stage 1 in his first 2 seasons, now on stage 3. Well, our next competitor looking for a little redemption of his own as he went down on the final jump of stage 2 last season. It is Fanny Bear. Barely made it back to stage 2 with under a second left on stage 1, but it doesn't matter because he got here and he's got a chance to go to stage 3. Now onto the sidestep Fanny Bear. He's seen a lot of his fellow competitors go down on this obstacle, but he will not suffer the same fate. And now for the orbital shift. Fanny Bear got right on through, and now for the double salmon ladder. Will he opt to go backwards and save a little time? He's not quite on the same pace as some of the faster competitors on stage 2. And this is a very strict time limit. No time to waste now, onto the double twister. Fanny Bear gaining as much swing as he can. And he will go for it. And he's got that second set of handles. And Fanny Bear just got to get the dismount. And he'll go for it. He's got it. And just one obstacle to go. Fanny Bear, can he get there? 20 seconds left. Lifting that second log. Flipping it over, 15 seconds. Fanny Bear, he's got plenty of time, and he is going to get through, and Fanny Bear is going to be advancing to stage 3. So he gets some redemption, and will get a shot at the 3rd stage for the first time in his career. That has got to feel real good for Fanny Bear. Another competitor getting redemption on stage 2, and another chance at the 3rd stage. Well, next up, the 2-time defending golden competitor and grand champion of Season 4, Andrastical, number 150. In his 4 previous attempts on stage 2, he has reached the 3rd stage 3 times, and he's cleared the 2nd stage in his last 2 seasons. It's the fastest time on stage 1. With 14 seconds left, speed should not be a concern for Andrastical, and he is certainly a candidate for the fastest time if he can get through these obstacles. Andrastical not been shy to the weight on his shoulders of being the competitor to beat, as he is making quick work of the first 3 obstacles halfway through onto the salmon ladder. You just see a different breed of speed from Andrastical. Onto that second half of the salmon ladder, and he is through on a double twister. And he might not have the fastest pace to this point. Andrastical gaining swing, going for that second set of handles. He's got it, and now just winding up for the dismount. And gonna take one more swing. Andrastical's got it. Nobody this tournament goes down on the double twister, and it's just him and the caber logs. Can he beat Shadow's time? Andrastical got that second log. It's about 10 seconds. If he can get there, Andrastical got the 3rd log. It is gonna be close, but Andrastical is gonna complete the 2nd stage for the 3rd consecutive season. He's going back to stage 3 once again, and he has got the fastest time on not just stage 1, but on stage 2. And that's why he is number 150. The 3rd stage is a gauntlet like no other, built to test competitors' precision and pure skill, separating the great competitors from the greatest competitors, and it begins on the high altitude, returning unchanged from last season as you must traverse the 5 panels of elevating pegs to the other side. The propeller bars are back on stage 3, now revamped with razor-thin margin for error on the tricky transfers between the propellers. Fallout has been modified to something more akin to the window hang from Season 3, no longer progressing in just a straight line, but with multiple paths to completion. The cliff's edge is a monstrous construct of absolute precision, as every jump requires pinpoint accuracy to avoid falling into the water below. including the brand new ledge launch mechanic set to test competitors in a form never seen before. If you can somehow reach the back half of Stage 3, it begins on the Devil Steps, a set of ascending and descending stairs with the thinnest of ledges to hold on to, and absolutely no room for mistakes. The Lunatic ledges returned from Season 4 are now slightly tougher than the previous iteration, meant to test the patience of competitors as the nerves ramp up. The final test, De-Escalate, consists of 4 segmented tracks containing gaps between each as you must manage your nerves to reach the dismount platform. Stage 3 is untimed and will purely test the physical and mental skill of our competitors, and if anyone can best all 7 obstacles, they will advance to the final stage. We're down to just 6 competitors, with 1 rookie, researcher space token, and 4 competitors making just their first appearance on Stage 3. The only remaining challenger to reach the final stage is our final competitor, set to run number 150, Andrastical. And if nobody clears the course, the one who gets the furthest and the fastest time will claim the title of Golden Competitor. But with all that out of the way, it is about time to get down to the course as our remaining 6 challengers are ready to begin the 3rd stage. It has been a dreamlike rookie showing for Researcher Space Token, coming out of virtually nowhere to reach Stage 3 in just his first time on the competition. And now, as the only rookie remaining in the field of 6, he is hoping to continue this magical run on Stage 3. And most notably, speed has been his biggest struggle on the first 2 stages, but there's no time limit here on Stage 3, so we'll see how much of a positive impact that can have. As the need for experience continues to rise, can he continue to meet the bar, or will he finally fall short? Now here he comes to the start line, Researcher Space Token. His first time on the competition, his first time on Stage 3. But he does not seem all too phased. Well, we will see exactly how he can perform as he gets going here on the first obstacle. It begins on high altitude. Did not take out anyone last season, as all 4 competitors were able to get through. Researcher, you can see he's getting a little nervous here already on this first obstacle. You can't prepare for that aspect of this course. The nerves on Stage 3, you cannot practice that, as he almost undershot there. Now going for the dismount, Researcher got hung up, it looked like. He might have turned a little bit too early. And he is down on the dismount of high altitude. And with that, every rookie is down. Well, take a look at what happened. It looked like initially he might have turned a little bit too early here. And yeah, right as he jumped, Researcher immediately turns to his side and doesn't get all the way around that barrier, and it knocks him right down. For over a year, Jackson Chit Gamer has been awaiting a chance to avenge his fail from last season, as if he can reach the second obstacle of Stage 3, he will face off once again with the propeller bars, but that has not distracted him so far, as he has been laser focused to this point. However, it has not been easy, clearing Stage 1 and 2 with a combined 1.41 seconds, including the smallest margin for error in competition history on Stage 1. You will have to avoid those close calls on Stage 3, as those near mistakes will spell disaster on this absolutely brutal 3rd stage. Well, here comes Jackson Chit Gamer. Gotta be more grateful than anybody left on the competition that there's no time limit on Stage 3, as he is set to begin on high altitude. Saw Researcher make a mistake on that last wraparound on the dismount. We'll see if he can avoid a similar mistake. And he's just one jump away from reaching that spot. And now, see if he can line this up better. And he's got the dismount and now gets a chance at the propeller bars. This obstacle took him out last season on Stage 1, and it takes him out again! For over a year, he waited for a chance to get back at the propeller bars, and they knock him down for a second time. That has gotta be brutal for Jackson. But an excellent job reaching this point. One of the two challengers with previous experience on Stage 3 is Nebula Deception, reaching the 5th obstacle of Stage 3 back in the 4th tournament. And just like Jackson, he's got a bone to pick with the propeller bars as it took him down last season as well. But Shadow brings much more experience to the table as he has competed in all but one tournament of the competition. But Shadow has his sights set on bigger and better things, like reaching the final stage for his first time. Well, Shadow, no stranger to the 3rd stage. His 5th time competing brings plenty of experience to the table. But can he best this 3rd stage? And can he best the propeller bars? Obstacle that just took down Jackson, took him out last season. There's no trampoline, that's what fooled him last time. But that does not mean it can't get him again. The Shadow, one more jump here on high altitude, and now just the dismount to go. And he's got it. Now gets a chance at the propeller bars. Going carefully here on this first one. Just saw Jackson make a mistake. And he's got it. One more transfer. Gotta go around this time. He's got that. Just the dismount, and that is sweet revenge for Shadow. And now on to the fallout. An obstacle he should be very, very good with. Competitor who loves the Jato obbying community. Very skilled with wraparounds, tough jumps, and the likes. Very similar to this style of obstacle. And he will make quick work of it, and now we get our first look at Cliff's Edge. Taking a moment for getting started. This first transfer, similar to last season, slide the panel across and make the flip across. And he's got it. Now these diagonal jumps, gotta go upwards and inside. Almost missed that one. And now for the launch ledge. Gotta go for it, and he's got it. This large drop barely lands it. Shadow going full send all the way through, and he is gonna get past the cliffhanger. And now into the back half. He'll take a moment to breathe, collect himself before he begins, and now on to the devil steps. Gotta make your way up, and he's at the top of the first ascending section. Now gotta drop down. You see he's gonna go backwards and try and get as much distance as he can. And now the toughest jump of the obstacle, this transfer. Gotta go all the way around, a 180-degree flip. Lining it up. Goes for it. Shadow undershot. And he goes down once again on the 5th obstacle of Stage 3. But a fantastic run out of Shadow. Setting a very high bar.
I was honestly expecting to fail early on Stage 2, if not late on Stage 1. That very close situation on coin flip was a funny one. I really made sure I would not fall.
Well, how does it feel getting past the cliffhanger and getting all the way to the back half of Stage 3?
I feel great. I'm honestly happy with getting past the cliffhanger. 2-2 so far.
Well, you said you don't like having all that pressure. That pressure's back as you made it to the back half. Are you gonna think of skipping next tournament?
No. I'm definitely making sure I'm returning this time, and I'm making sure I'm building up to how I just did right now.
Over the last few years, DJ Dilly has cemented his name as one of the fan-favorite competitors, as he has made such a leap in growth from his time early on the competition, failing Stage 1, now all the way to the 2nd and the 3rd stage. DJ Dilly looking to set a new mark for himself as he's looking to continue this inspirational run this season. But can DJ best the nerves? He always struggles with getting in his own head. Can he avoid that mistake? Well, DJ Dilly about to walk up to the start platform. His first time reaching stage 3. His 4th time on the competition. He's got his usual crowd of supporters on the sideline cheering him on. DJ, his first time on the 3rd stage. He's never really had to test his nerves at this level. But we'll see how DJ can do. Beginning on the high altitude. A test unlike anything DJ's seen up to this point. Now, that wraparound, he's got it. So researcher go down on this jump right here. And DJ has no trouble with it and onto the propeller bars. DJ was able to beat this obstacle last season on his run to the 2nd stage. A lot tougher this time around though. One more jump and DJ having no trouble through the first 2 obstacles, and now for the fallout. And this is where the challenge really ramps up. And you can see DJ trying to calm his nerves. The worst thing you can do on stage 3 is let yourself get in your own head. You've got to just go right at it and attack the obstacles. DJ beginning on fallout. Gets that first wraparound. He goes for the 2nd panel and DJ comes up short. But what a performance this season from DJ Dilly. And he has got to be immensely proud of what he's done. What an improvement over the last couple years for DJ.
I feel so sad. I wanted to get far in stage 3, but I just knew the nerves got into me. I was so sad that I failed the 3rd obstacle. I knew that was gonna happen because I was so nervous and I was like panicking because I have never been to a stage 3 like this ever, and this is like my first stage 3 and like since like YASUKE 5, and I'm just so glad I got here. It's an honor.
Well, Fanny Bear came up just 1 jump shy of reaching stage 3 last season, so he knows that he's got to take full advantage of this opportunity. And Fanny Bear's had to this point what is by far his best overall tournament, avoiding both close calls and staying on great pace with the time limits so far. But as we have seen already, the challenge ramps up rapidly on the 3rd stage, so we'll have to see how he can handle that challenge. The pressure continues to rise, and in his first attempt on the 3rd stage, how can he handle that rise? Fanny Bear, given a golden opportunity here, what can he make of it? Well, here comes Fanny Bear. His 3rd time on the competition, his first time reaching stage 3. He's got a couple of his friends in the background on the sideline cheering him on. This is going to be pressure that Fanny Bear has not felt to this point here on stage 3. And there's almost an aspect of having to go fast with that time limit that can prevent those nerves from really building. If you slow down on stage 3, every jump you get a chance to really think about what you're doing in the best and worst of ways. But he is through the first obstacle, now onto the propeller bars. Fanny Bear taking his time, being very careful here. And he's got that 2nd bar. Slowly rotating it around and got the 3rd bar, just the dismount to go, and Fanny Bear through the first 2 obstacles. And now for fallout. Just saw DJ Dilly go down on this jump right here. He goes the opposite direction. Smartly played by Fanny Bear. Not looking to make the same mistake as DJ. A couple more jumps to go. One more wrap here and the dismount, and Fanny Bear's got it. And now onto Cliff's Edge. If he can get past this obstacle before Shadow, got about 20 seconds left, he will claim first place. Got those diagonal jumps, and he gets up now for the launch ledge. Can he get this? Such a tough jump. Lining it up, Fanny Bear goes for it, and he sticks it! Now the big drop down, Fanny Bear just missed! About a quarter stud off. It looked like just a late turn from Fanny Bear. That is how precise you have got to be on every jump on this obstacle. And just like that, we are down to our final competitor on stage 3. What a tough way to go out for Fanny Bear. Just came up short. Take a look again. Fanny Bear, so close on this drop. And you see just the late turn. Just a half second is the difference between him possibly completing the obstacle and a stage 3 fail. Well, there's just one man left, and it is the only competitor to have previously defeated the third stage left in the competition, and two-time defending golden competitor Andrastical. Unlike most competitors, he relishes in the pressure and the high-stakes moments, as over the years he has cemented himself as one of the greatest competitors in the modern era of Roblox Ninja. However, last season, Andrastical went down on the third stage on Off the Hook, so he has got revenge on his mind coming in to the third stage. There is no competitor whose experience on stage 3 remotely rivals that of Andrastical. His 5th time in the competition and his 4th time reaching stage 3 holds both the fastest times on stage 1 and 2 here in Tournament 6. Andrastical, the last man standing of our 150 challengers, and our only remaining hope at a final stage. He is a competitor that will not slow down here on stage 3. He will go as fast as he can, trying to avoid those nerves building up. As he's almost through the first obstacle and now into propeller bars, he does not take rest between obstacles. He is supremely precise, yet exceptionally quick on stage 3, and already through the first 2 obstacles. Now for Fallout. This obstacle, the other iteration of it, worried him last time. It's the obstacle he was most concerned about coming in to stage 3, but he looks a lot more comfortable here this time around. Just one more panel, and Andrastical is through. And now for Cliff's Edge. Making great time so far. If he can get through this obstacle in under 1 minute and 33 seconds, he can best Shadow's time. Onto that launch ledge. Got plenty of time, but he will not slow down. Goes for it. He's got it. Now the jump Fanny Bear went down on. He lands that as well. Just 2 more jumps and the dismount, and Andrastical has done it again. Three-peating as golden competitor, but he is looking for more. Now onto the Devil Steps and Andrastical. A late turn on that final ascending jump, and Season 6 is over. 6 up, 6 down on the third stage, and Andrastical in back-to-back seasons goes down on stage 3, but does maintain the top finish.
Honestly pretty sad that I failed where I did, because I thought I should have at least made it to the wraparound, but I'm also happy to get first place again, and I'm going to go into next season as number 100 again, and it's going to be great. So overall, I'm not too mad about it, but I do wish I got a little bit further.
Well, congratulations. This season, we saw 150 challengers tackle the course. However, once again, none of them were able to best the third stage. We saw wild twists and turns, such as Yas and Base Peaks fails on Stage 1, and new competitors rise like Researcher Space Token and Jackson Chit Gamer. As they say though, the more things change, the more they stay the same, as Andrastical claimed his third consecutive first place finish and the title of Golden Competitor. This tournament has been by far the largest in competition history and has been a 18-month long journey to finish, but we have finally reached the end. For all those who have helped with any part of development, testing, or the competition process, I cannot thank you enough. To everyone who stuck around for the last year and a half, thank you for tuning in, as all of this would not be possible without you all. Once again, thank you, and we will see you next season on Rising Ninja Warrior.